How much muscle can you build naturally? Really? What's the deal? Hello, everybody. I'm Scott, and I love bodybuilding. And today, it's the question that never goes away, right? In gyms, locker rooms, online forums, how much muscle can I actually build without performance enhancing drugs? It's part science, part philosophy, and part internet drama. And it matters because the answer shapes how we set goals, measure progress, and judge our own bodies against the physiques we see on Instagram and the bodybuilding stage. Right here, right now. I'm going to walk you through the main factors behind natural muscle growth, the science, the real world experience, the controversy, and most importantly, why your own ceiling might be higher than you think. That's your ceiling for muscle growth. Yeah, the science of muscle potential. Researchers and coaches have been trying to answer that question for decades. One of the most cited models comes from Dr. Casey Butt, who created equations predicting maximum lean body mass based on height, bone structure, and body fat percent. According to his work, a man with a medium frame and average genetics might expect to reach somewhere between 40 to 50 pounds of muscle gained above his untrained baseline if he trains consistently for years, eats correctly, and rests properly. Yes, sleep is very important. And days off from the gym are also super important. That might not sound huge compared to professional bodybuilders, those massive muscle monsters. But think about it. An extra 40 pounds of lean muscle, that completely transforms your body. For women, the numbers are smaller, but no less dramatic. Around 20 or 25 pounds of muscle gain can take a physique from average to athletic, toned, and powerful. Muscle growth, it's limited by more than just your willpower. Bone structure plays a big role. People with thick wrists and ankles can usually carry more muscle. Hormone levels like testosterone and growth hormone, they matter too. And then there's the fascinating science of muscle fiber type. Some people are born with more fast twitch fibers, which not only make them explosive athletes, but also they respond especially well to weight training, the way we do it for bodybuilding. But here's the catch. Genetics set the ceiling, yes, but very few lifters ever come close to brushing up against it. The reality is that most people never max out their genetic potential. But why? Because building muscle consistently requires years of discipline, training, and nutrition. It just ain't easy. Think of it this way. The first year of lifting, you might gain 15 to 20 pounds of muscle if you're really on top of things. The second year, maybe half that. By the third year, you're adding a pound here, 2 pounds there. Progress slows, and that's where many people get discouraged. But slowing down doesn't mean stopping. If you stick with the process, even at 1 or 2 pounds of muscle per year, those pounds add up. The real challenge isn't your genetic ceiling. It's the patience and consistency that's required to get anywhere near it. I've experienced this myself in bodybuilding. Some muscle groups, like my chest and arms, responded quickly. Others, like my hamstrings and glutes, yeah, my bubble butt that I joke about, yeah, it's still missing. I'm still looking for it. They took years of focused effort, and they're still not as good as other body parts. My progress was uneven, but it was steady. And every time I thought I was close to maxing out, I found some smarter tweak to make my training or diet unlock another small round of growth. There's a controversy here, natty or not. Natty is the slang term for natural, and not, well, those would be the steroid users. Now, we need to talk about the elephant in the gym. Steroids and other performance enhancing drugs. One reason people underestimate their natural potential is because they compare themselves to physiques that aren't natural at all. On social media, you'll find countless influencers showing off lean, massive bodies that were achieved with chemical help and at a much faster speed. Sometimes they admit it, but often they don't. This leads to the endless online debate, natty or not. People argue whether a given physique is achievable without drugs, and those debates rack up millions of views. Why is that? Well, because the truth is murky and people are curious. Some genetics really are so good that they blur the line. And without direct evidence, we can only speculate. The important thing for you, the natural lifter, is to understand that enhanced chemical physiques set an unrealistic benchmark. Comparing your natural progress to someone enhanced is like comparing a family car to a Formula One racer. So, why is your potential higher than what you think? Here's the most encouraging part. Well, the science sets limits. Your true potential is almost always higher than what you currently believe. Most people underestimate themselves because they haven't trained long enough or consistently enough to see what's really possible. Think about it. How many people do you know who have trained hard, eaten right, and rested well for 10 straight years? Probably zero. And yet, that's what it takes to approach your true ceiling. Even if you never step on a bodybuilding stage, the muscle you can build naturally is enough to completely transform how you look and feel. An extra 30 or 40 pounds of lean muscle tissue turns a skinny teenager into a confident, powerful muscle guy. It adds strength for sports, resilience against aging, and protection against injury. And here's a hidden bonus. Because natural progress is slower, you get to enjoy each stage along the way. So, how much muscle can you really build naturally? The exact number will depend on your genetics, your body frame, and your dedication. Maybe it's 30 pounds, maybe it's 50. For women, maybe 20 or 25. But here's what I can promise. It's more than you think, and it's enough to change your life. The natty limit isn't a wall you run into in a couple of years. So the next time you're tempted to compare yourself to a possibly photoshopped or AI enhanced influencer or a steroid enhanced competitor, remember, you're running your own race. And if you stay the course, the version of you waiting 5 or 10 years down the line will be bigger and stronger and prouder than you can imagine today. Hey, until next time, happy flexing.